high school volleyball in the break. Turns out Kansas City, volleyball capital of the Midwest. Did you know that?
About to be baseball capital of America.
It's a second hour of First Things First. Today, Patrick Mahomes joining the show in just a few short minutes. Meanwhile, Mavs haven't won a game one in 3 years. Can they turn the tide in Minnesota tonight? But right now, we're going to check in on the Steelers. One team, two quarterbacks, who both are expecting to start. Is this going to work? Not sure. Here's Justin Fields.
I'm definitely, competing. I think, Russ knows that. We're competing against each other every day. Him being out there for me, that, helps me getting better. Us pushing each other. So, I definitely don't have the mindset of, me just, sitting all year. So, I'm coming in every day, giving it all I got, and, pushing him to be his best, and he's, pushing me to be my best each and every day. So, appreciate that.
Okay. Is that going to work?
Well, yeah, I think it's going to work because I think Justin Fields is going to be in the starting quarterback. So, I think Justin Fields has a higher upside than Russell Wilson. I think Justin Fields, to this point in his career, will be better than Russell Wilson. And I think that one of two things is going to happen. Justin Fields is going to win the job outright, or Russ will win the job, and in short order, Mike Tomlin will see the same thing Nat Hackett and Sean Payton saw, which is this guy's not the guy he was 6 years ago, and Justin Fields will get the opportunity. And I like that Justin Fields is attacking it from a perspective of, I need to be prepared to be the starter, rather than trying to pay respects and be deferential to the Super Bowl champion veteran, because that makes it more likely, in my opinion, Greg, that he will be ready when he gets the opportunity. I just think, I do not believe that Russell Wilson is a quality NFL starting quarterback anymore. I don't know if Justin Fields is, but because of Justin Fields' measurables, age, and potential upside, I think that he is the better option for the Steelers ultimately.
I don't even think Fields is just doing it thinking eventually I'm going to get in there. I think that's his mentality, and that's what I want from a quarterback. I would be more concerned if I were Mike Tomlin, and if Justin would have been like, hey, I'm just here, I'm going to learn from Russ, and, when I get my chance. I want him to want to compete. And ideally, if you're a Steelers fan or even in that organization, your ideal situation is Justin Fields beats him out clearly in training camp. Everybody sees it, and then he's your starter because obviously he could be your quarterback for the next several years. So and I think Russ will start the season, and I don't think Justin's in any position to make it problematic with comments. Because if he were to come out, if Russ starts and
comments-wise, no.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he can't show a bad attitude or bad comments because he could be out of the league. And look, Justin, remember we talked about this months ago, and I thought before they got Russ, I said, look, they should go after Russ or Justin, but Justin would be the number one pick because he's younger. But Justin, during that, when they went 4-3 at the end of the year, he only threw for 200 yards 3 times. He only threw for more than 225 once. His running was good. And so that's why I think Russ can still win this job.
So I believe he's going to play this year. I originally was like, he's going to start. He's going to be their starter. I don't think he's going to be their starter, and I think it'll be intentional on Mike Tomlin's behalf, simply because Justin Fields has never been able to sit back and watch a true professional at that position. Really do it the right way. Now, Russ may not have the same skill sets. He may not be able to still do the same things. But in practice, he's going to show him how to practice. He's going to have great things to absorb from Russell Wilson, to where when it is his time and he does get that nod and they do see, which I do believe, that Russell Wilson is not cutting it, he will be ready. And he will be more ready-made now than he was ever with the Chicago Bears because of sitting back, seeing how Russell Wilson approaches the games, because I believe Russell Wilson does all the right things. To your point, though, I just don't believe he still is able to be that version that we saw early in Seattle.
All right, Gray, I'm going to put you on the spot. Here's the Steelers' schedule. It's very hard at the end.
Backload.
Very. Less hard at the beginning. So do you want to take a guess if you were like, you know what, I could see Justin Fields starting, after the bye, but then that's a brutal stretch.
Yeah. This is tough. When you look at the schedule, it's like if Russ can't get it done like in those first 3-4 weeks.
They should be 3-1, right?
Those first 3-4 weeks. I could see after the Cowboys game.
After the Cowboys. You give Russ the Cowboys game?
I'll give Russ the Cowboys.
Why do you guys seem to? I look at it as a coin flip on who's the Week 1 starter. Justin Fields makes more money. The Steelers have no.
They have
right,
no
but
tie to Russ.
They
really don't.
But they're paying him more, and they gave up a draft pick for him. They have no loyalty guaranteed to Russell Wilson.
But there's also no rush
with Tomlin
Justin.
has said he's a little bit ahead of Justin. Didn't he say that?
Well, I mean, I know when they got.
Yeah, but what have they seen outside?
No, I think he's just totally going off.
I thought he was going off the order in which they were acquired. They got Russell Wilson first, and then they went and they told Russ, and Russ seemingly has some relationships with ownership there, and it appeared an agreement. You know, Russ took the minimum to come there, be a starter, and then they end up trading.
But they could have went, and I thought they should have went after Justin before Russ, but they didn't. They chose not. Now I know they thought maybe it'll be a higher cost. But they still didn't really push it all in for Justin.
I just think he's going to be better. I think he's going to. I think that he is more likely to win over the locker room. Like the Bears players liked Justin Fields. That is undeniable. Despite the fact that he wasn't very good on the field, they liked him. It's been a while since Russ won over a locker room, and so in my opinion, and also because of the schedule, I think there is an element of, man, if it is close, I would rather have the higher upside guy be there from the beginning, because if we think we might end up pulling the plug at some point, then if the first time the younger guy gets to play, it's right when this gauntlet's opening up. Then we go into next year where we have two quarterbacks who played, neither of whom put up good tape.
Greg, in these OTAs, is anything happening where it's like, ooh, one guy can jump ahead of the other guy? Or is it just like kind of tossing the ball around?
You're not going to make any moves and adjustments in OTAs.
Okay, well, Aaron Rodgers, we were talking about how great he
Oh, but it's seeing that he's healthy. Well, I think that part, but in training camp it can. In training camp it can, and it will, I would imagine. We'll see.
Okay. Coming up after the break, looks like we're going to have Patrick Mahomes here.
That's the hope.
Let's go, Pat.